Welcome back to Fool Us. Watch this behind my ear. Oh, it's just our next potential fooler.
My name is Rick Lax, and I invent magic tricks. When you see a magician do a magic trick, they probably didn't think of it. I did. Every day, I just go to coffee shops and think up new magic tricks. I'm a little bit of a spectacle because everyone else is out drinking their coffee and I'm making flowers disappear. 8 years ago, I graduated law school, and then I passed the bar, and I drove all the way to Las Vegas to write a book about deceptions, and I just lost track of time, and here I still am. And I came this close to being a lawyer. I've spent so many years behind the camera coming up with tricks for other magicians, and now is my chance to go in front of the camera, see what I can do. But depending on how I do on Fool Us, I might go back to law.
This next gentleman is a Renaissance man. Now, I don't know if that means he paints chapel ceilings like Michelangelo or he's a kick-ass ninja turtle like Raphael. Let's find out as we meet Rick Lax.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Penn Teller. Come on up, guys. Come on up. Penn right here, Teller right there.
Very well, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm about to make a shuffled deck of playing cards magically appear inside the breast pocket of Mr. Penn Jillette, and it's gonna happen right now. Penn, reach in there and pull them out.
But I do have a deck of shuffled cards.
I'll take them. So I assume it. Thank you. I'm gonna give the cards a quick shuffle. And as I do it, let me ask you, before you put the cards in your pocket, did you also shuffle them?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. Now, Teller, there's 12 cards in the deck that I'm really good at memorizing. I'm gonna go through the cards right now. I'm gonna take out those 12, and when I do it, oh boy, is it boring. Could not be more boring. So, I figured while this is happening, one of us should entertain the audience by reciting a nice long poem. We'll have someone else do it. Penn, is there a poem you like?
Well, there's a few. I've seen the greatest minds of my generation destroyed by madness. You want Howl? Or do you want The Outlook Wasn't Brilliant?
The Outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but an inning more to play. And when Cooney's died at first and Barrows did the same, a tragic silence fell upon the patrons of the game. Straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could get but a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. The Rosini's case manner as he stepped into the place. There was a pride in Casey's bearing and a smile at Casey's face. And when responding to the crowds, Casey lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. Teller, you can see I took out 6 black cards and 6 red cards. I'm gonna ask you to give those cards a wash, Vegas style. Just mix them up. And when he's done, I'm gonna look through the cards and I'm gonna try to memorize the order very quickly. And then, after I've got the order memorized, I'm gonna try to separate them out into 2 piles, one with red cards, one with black cards. Let's see if I can do it. So if I did that right, we should have all the red cards on one side and all the black cards on the other side. Let's see. No, wait, no. See, no, that's kind, it's kind, but I cannot accept that much applause for a subpar memory demonstration. It's insulting. If I'm gonna fool them, I can't just do something that's hard. I've got to do something that is impossible. So, I'm gonna do the same thing again, but this time I'm gonna do it with more cards. And I'm gonna memorize the cards as I recite the poem, and then I'm gonna do something impossible, which looks like this. Where was I?
Mighty Casey at the
bat, that's right. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped him on his shirt. And while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eyes. A sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere comes hurling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching, a haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball repeated sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and again the dun sphere flew. And Casey stood a-watching, and the umpire said,
Strikes 2!
That's right.
So I got these cards memorized. You can see there's about 19 of them, maybe 21. There's 21, I'm counting. And Teller, with your help, I'm gonna change the order of these cards. So I can split them up into 3 piles, 4 piles, 5 piles. How many piles should I split the cards up into? 5 piles. All right, then I'll try to take out about 1/5 of the cards here. That's pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got 5 and another 4 and 5. So now I just have to keep track of which pile is which would have been easier if you had picked 3 piles. 5 makes it harder. Now I'm gonna reassemble them, whichever order you want. So if you point to a pile, we'll put it in my hand. Okay? Next. And now, Penn, a number.
10.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cut those to the bottom. Tell her a number. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So things are pretty simple from this point on. All I gotta do is remember the order the cards were in, remember how we changed the order, track every single one of the cards, and then split them up into red and black piles as we conclude the poem.
Strike 2.
Strike 2. I'll continue from there. Fraud, cried the maddened thousands. And the echo answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow cold and stern. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey would not let the ball go by again. The smiles fled from Casey's lips. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the stars are shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light, and somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout, but there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.
Rick Lax, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Well, you know how this works. They're going to sit down there, they're going to deliberate. Let me ask you about the being here on stage, because I think everyone who comes out here is courageous. But you've normally been behind the scenes.
That's right. Usually I create tricks for other magicians, so this is a very new experience for me coming out here and performing for everyone.
I think it shows an enormous amount of courage. Let's hear it for Rick again, because to come out here and do this here in this setting, wow, that takes a certain bravery. And maybe a certain foolishness as well, I don't know. I don't know, but Teller looks... It's always hard to tell what Teller looks like, but he looks a little surprised.
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's go over to him. Penn, Teller.
Boy, oh boy, that was a good routine.
Thank you.
And not only that, it was a very, very flattering routine to take Casey at the bat, which we did off-Broadway and on-Broadway. We're just very flattered by you using all this Penn and Teller minutia, all this trivia to make that so good. Your performance, I love the nervous, nutty energy. You got a little nervous, of course, when you sell this, gives us a lot of information about it. And we also copped a couple cards from the table. We also saw you take the box and put that box in your pocket to put the box away while you had the cards in your hand, which means you could have, at that moment, have rung in a cooler. And the cards could, in some way, be doctored for you to be able to figure out which to go which way. All of that would be true if you had not fooled us. But you did.
Wow. What a moment. Congratulations. The guys that want to say, go around the front there, because they want to share this with you while we bring this down. Here you go.
Just don't know enough, man. Beautiful.
Rick, this is for you. You fooled them. You don't just get that delightful trophy. You'll be coming back here to perform as part of their act. Rick Lax, congratulations. Wow.